Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing information regarding this watch. And this watch is a special piece from Moser Cie. It is the Endeavour Tourbillon Blue Lagoon in 5N red gold. It's a compact tourbillon, 38 millimeters in diameter. It is 10.5 millimeters thick, 45.7 lug-to-lug, with a vintagey 18 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Now, of course, this is what Moser would describe as a concept dial. Unadorned, unsigned, unbranded, nothing. Just a lovely lagoon blue gradient with a metallic sunburst base and then a lacquer fade on top from bright to dark, almost to navy blue at the edge. We have faceted rose gold leaf style hands, the faceting making for better legibility. And acting as our seconds hand, we have a 1-minute tourbillon that is free-sprung with horizontally opposed identical flat hairsprings that cancel out the effect of gravity instantly in any position. And it is a flying tourbillon with no upper bridge to obscure your view. But let's talk about fit. Fit should come first. On my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, it wears incredibly easily. I could recommend it for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference based on the huge amount of clearance I've got between the edge of the lug and the edge of my wrist. It's flat too, and with a concave bezel, will slide effortlessly under a dress sleeve. Taking a look now, the watch has a sort of gray gloss oval scale alligator cut. It is thick though, and you can see in profile just how thick cut this leather is. So it's got a monotone stitch, a semi-gloss gray aesthetic, no crimping, no gouging, brand new Moser factory strap, calfskin bottom. As with most Endeavors, the lugs are drilled close to the case to move the pivot centers inboard for better small wrist fit. When I say this could wear on a 13.5 centimeter circumference wrist, this is one of the reasons. And to ensure there's no impediment to the motion of the strap, a curved spring bar is used. A buckle, something not seen often on Moser watches, even on tourbillon, even on flagships. Polish, satin, Moser branding, you can see it's all present. It's red gold, just like the watch, and it gives you a bit more weight, a bit more gold, and also a lot more protection against accidentally dropping this watch when donning or removing it. Moser cases are machined and then hand finished. One of the reasons these deeply sculpted concaves can be etched out and then polished to a mirrored shine. We have vertical satination on the two flanks of the case, a Moser branded knurled crown, a concave bezel to visually thin the watch with a very narrow vertical lip and then a flange abutting a lightly cambered sapphire over the blue lagoon dial. A little note about the double hairspring. Moser here makes the escapement, the balance, and the hairsprings in-house through its precision engineering subsidiaries. There are some impressive brands like Zenith and Jaeger-LeCoultre that don't make these parts. Moser does, which is remarkable given their production volume. They're a German-Swiss watch brand. They're the little manufacturer of the two in Schaffhausen, the big one being IWC. And you can see that what we've got here is a large, beautifully decorated tourbillon structure. The tourbillon itself, including the cage and the associated components, better decorated than a typical Moser watch. And that's important because this is what you're seeing on the dial side. Because the hairsprings are physically identical and 180 degrees apart, when gravity causes one to run fast, the other, by an equal and opposite margin, will cause it to run slow. And so in any position, they cancel out the effects of gravity. So this is a tourbillon that has real chronometric value, not just aesthetic value. And you can see it's a shock-protected tourbillon, which is not universal. That's still something that I often miss on modern tourbillon designs. The shock protection makes this a more practical watch. You can see there's a large ball-bearing base on which the tourbillon revolves, so it can be well planted on a broad base. We have ceramic bearings for the winding system as well, the rotor in rose gold with media blast, snailing, and beveling. And it's a magic lever style bidirectional system. We've got a 3 hertz beat rate, a 72-hour power reserve. It's a 3-day movement, and the movement itself is 32 millimeters in diameter. We have one golden chaton cup to remind us of the era of pocket watch manufacture by Moser, the historic version of this company. Now, the modern version is a revival brand from 2005, but they like to pay homage to their history, and the use of golden chaton jewel settings is a throwback. We've got bevels that are handsomely executed, though mostly mechanical in execution, with polished screw heads, snailing on the edge of each bridge, media blast on the base plate, and then satination on most of the substructures of the tourbillon, including its lower bridge. 32 millimeter movement, nicely filling the case back, and this is all splash and rain resistant with a 30-meter water resistance rating. So reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.